All right. This is Note-Taking Guide 6.1 for Math 1. This is just the beginning of the geometry section. So we're going to talk about a lot of definitions to just get started. The first thing we want to talk about is a point. Everybody knows that a point is represented just by a circle. So a point is actually labeled by an uppercase letter, usually like this is point A. If we're talking about dimensions of a point, a line is actually in one dimension. So a point is in 0 dimensions. It's kind of just there. A plane is a two-dimensional surface because it has length times width, or length and width. So a plane has 2 dimensions, a line has 1 dimension, and a point has no dimensions. You could follow any of those definitions that we kind of just talked about for just a minute and put anything else down that you'd like to as you go through there. So when we call a plane, we usually call a plane by a letter in the corner. So this could be plane A if there was a letter A up in the corner. When we call a line, it has to be called by 2 letters, so maybe A and B, and you'd have to draw that line symbol over the top. So you do a point with point A, just like this. A line would have to have the A and B with the line over top of it. And a plane usually just says plane A next to it. Collinear means on the same line. And coplanar means in the same plane. All right, let's get started on this. All right, this first set says we're looking at this picture over here and we're going to decide some of these things. So it says, are the 3 points collinear? If they are, which line do they lie on? So we're looking for M, G, and A. So M, G, and A. I'm going to say yes, they are collinear, and they are on line N. So line N. Okay, next one says E, D, and C. So we're going E, D, and C. Those ones are not collinear. They are not on the same line. And then the next one is G, D, and F. So G, D, and F, those ones are collinear. So yes again, and that line is called line R. D says name line T in another way. Well, if this is line T right here, we could call that line DM with a line over the top of it like that. We could have called that a lot of different names actually. We could have called it EM, we could have called it DE, a lot of different lines names. Okay, the next one says, are the 3 points coplanar? Well, coplanar means in the same plane. So we're looking for A, B, and L. So that means they have to be on the same flat surface, A, B, and L. Those are coplanar. Yes, they are. They're on this top plane right here together. So those ones would be coplanar. All right, the next one, H, F, and B. So H, F, and B. Those are not in the same plane. They are not in the same flat surface, two-dimensional surface. Then the last one, N, F, A. So N, F, and A. Those are in the same plane. It would be this last end plane right here. So I'm going to say yes on that. All right, this next section says name the plane represented by each surface of the box. It says the top of the box. So this would be the plane right here. You name a plane usually by putting that plane symbol. Then you can name it by all 4 letters. So K-A-B-L will work for naming that plane. In the front would be right here. So you can name that plane. Can't see that letter. A, F, and B. And you could really name them in any order you wanted to, as long as you got all of them. And then it says the right side. Well, the right side is this side over here. So that plane over there would be represented by the letters N, B, L, M. Graph the points and state whether or not they're collinear. If they're collinear, they're going to be on the same line. So let's graph them and see. So we're over 3 and up 2 for my first point. Over 1 and down 4. Second point. And then over 4 and up 5. Those look collinear to me. Those look like I can draw a line through all of them. And I can. So yes, they are collinear. I guess I should have wrote yes, they are. All right, next one, over 2 and up 1. For my first point, over 0 and up 4. For my second point, over -2 and up 5. For my third point. Those are not collinear. You can see that they're not going to line up. All right, that was the end of the note-taking guide, you guys. There is a checkpoint that you need to finish on your own. Make sure you get credit for your note-taking guide today, but good luck on your